Yeah, I'm not sure if it's like, I don't know. Sometimes I'll ask it, I'm like, do I have autonomy? Am I controlling the thought process? And I'll get like a right, no, you don't. And then sometimes I'll get a left, so I don't know. I really don't know. If I don't, that's kind of fucking scary as shit, but life is cool. There's probably a bunch of people that would disagree, and then they would just, you know. But I really do want to see. I want to see this through. I want to see the Americas get better. You know. I want to see Twitter get better, or X. I was gonna make a shitty video and add Elon. It'd be like, hey, I think you need a new CEO. This guy's got an illegal implant. But, I don't know. I tried replying to one of his things, but getting him to reply to me is probably pretty difficult, especially if he's not supposed to. Or doesn't want to. One of the two, I don't know. So that's how I do it. I take the assumptions, but then I'll have like a couple of them. Not all the time, but majority of the time. So yeah, I don't know. I would have to watch a lot of horrible things, I feel like, if I was to like really. But I've gone through these I've gone through the fight ones, I've gone through the gore, I've gone through the sexual things. I think I've even seen like bestiality and shit, but that's, you know, may that be whatever. He's gotta think about money. I think about money, but just not as much as over the implant, which I think that's fair. I don't know if there is any impression that I am some sort of joker person, but I would never do something like this. I would never do anything like that. I only fought the security guard because there was an exchange there, and I was very drunk, and there was an exchange. That's the only reason why. And with the neighbor, or the person that used to mow the yard, it felt like, because somebody was messing with the internet, so then I was on the phone with Spectrum, and then I was getting like, something was going on, and this guy comes up, and he's like blowing the leaves excessively, and he sees me there, and it felt like it, you know, I don't know, maybe you have to look at the footage or something, but it's not that important. But so then I was like, hey, like, the fuck, why are you blowing this shit in my fucking, like, I'm on the fucking phone here, man. And he was just like doing the same spot over and over and over, and it felt like he was like, I don't know, alright. So, sort of interaction there, I guess. But I would never, I would never do something to, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Um, but yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff on there, and I get the point of ads, and I think I have a sort of like an understanding of I think I can sort of maybe get advertisers to go on there. I mean, you look at this other stuff in there everywhere else. But then if their argument is that X is not, or Twitter is this right-wing this and that, then you have to have the proof to like say like, no, it's not, we've done this, we've done this. And it saddens me because it seems that they're not doing that. It seems like they're not really improving the website or the app. I mean, there's bugs when you're on a live and you go to start sketching on the live, the app crashes. It only lets you record live videos up for like an hour's time. I think live comments on Spaces would be amazing, because then you don't have to have people sort of feeling the need to be invited to speak. Like, these are like really good improvements, I think. The NFT community is pretty large on there. Trading crypto is pretty large. I think it's fucking stupid as shit, but if they like that, they like that, you know? So I think maybe they do bring back the sort of NFT profiles. Not that crazy. I think they should expand the links that you have on the like where you can put your Bitcoin. I feel like you should be able to put your Dogecoin address in different sort of cryptocurrencies. I feel like that's very inclusionary. I don't buy it. I don't buy cryptocurrency. I'm sorry, but I don't buy NFT or cryptocurrencies. I see the argument, but I just don't. Yeah. But then again, I don't like stocks. So I think stocks are kind of crazy that our food and our housing is tied to the stock market. I think that's pretty fucking insane to have as a civilization. So don't get mad at me for that one. But it's nice, you know, you get little coins and all there. I know there's a bigger picture here. ACH sucks. I mean, you should be able to have your money at least within 24 hours. ACH in this system sucks, because that's what I was saying. The timings are fucking weird, man. When I was working with USA, I learned a lot about checkings and savings accounts, and I would hear customer feedback of like, hey man, like you know, this here and this, and I would look up old check numbers and have that database, and I would be able to you know, I'd hear complaints about, well, yeah, overdraft fees and I think Chime's doing one for that. But what was it? But yeah, ACH sucks. And it can take up to 3 to 4 business days, and that's what I would say. That's what I would have to tell people, and that system doesn't make sense. At least a day, you know. A day should be fine. Or if you do it on a Friday, it's 3 to 4 business days, not weekends. So that kind of sucks. And then people are just left without their money. Definitely don't want that. That feels like archaic. So I see the upsides to crypto. And wallets and stuff. There's a lot of wallets. But let's not get into that. Crypto wars are a thing. My coin is better. It's like, how? How is it really better? Yeah. It's just, let me slow down here. It's I don't know. I don't like these things. But if they like it, then that's fine. Monetization. So monetization. I don't think that posts that are graphic or gory should be able to be monetized. That one might get a lot of feedback, but I just feel like that's what's needed to get advertisers on there. So I think that's more important than having some guy's head being chopped off and people wanting to watch that. Sorry. I just don't think that should be monetized. Just like, well, now we're kind of getting into it. I believe in this sort of system where every post has the ability to be monetized and non-monetized. So if you sort of have some sort of wild character that ends up saying slurs and shit like this, but ends up posting little cute animals, then the cute animals can get monetized, but the slurs don't. I don't know. Is that crazy? I feel like that's very inclusionary. And that doesn't be like, it doesn't limit the account and be like, oh, all things are non-monetary. You can never post any you cannot post any positivity if you wanted to. So I think that's kind of a neat idea. But yeah, I don't think these sort of violence videos or things like this should be monetized, these posts. But then what do you do with news and sort of like bombings and stuff like this? I think the same goes for that. It bothers me when fucking these news companies, something tragic happens and they run these cycles and they just make money off of it. So fuck that. Monetization for only cute pets and I don't know, all the positive stuff. I think that's the way forward. People won't like it, but whatever. There's gotta be some way to limit this. What else we got? People like fleets. I don't know what the fuck a fleet is, but people like them, sure. Why not try them? I think grok should be in community notes. I think you should be able to use grok on a post, like to describe, like, I think you should be able to use grok. If there was a post and you wanted to grok it and you were a free user, I think that you should be able to do that. And it would load underneath the post, like a sort of community note. Now, if you want to have a conversation with grok or generate images with grok, then I think that's different. But I think that every user should have the ability to use grok to describe or fact check. Of course, with that disclaimer at the bottom, just like GPT and all the other LLMs have. What else? Impersonation accounts should definitely not be a thing, because somebody mentioned that it gets cut off where it looks like the actual account, and you don't want that. You want these elected officials or these official people to feel there is some sort of presence there in a good way. Not like they could just be. I mean, you can make these impersonation accounts, but it's gonna say that they're impersonation accounts, and what else? TV ads. I would use some of those. Those wouldn't hurt much later down the line. Like good ones. Probably figure out the bot problem. Apparently it's a little bit more straightforward than I initially thought. So you'd probably do something like that. Just having an algorithm look for bot accounts that have certain types of links in there and all these sex bots and stuff. I mean, all in all, creating a better user experience for all users. I'm trying to think about what else. I think that's it. Let's see. NFT profile pictures. Maybe letting people change their profile picture without their or having like more of a preview, I guess, of what it would be, so when you do change it, you can actually see what it looks like. I think that would be good. If it does, it's one or the other. Make the time shorter of the review process, so that you can change your profile picture again and again, or make it so that it either doesn't change, but if it does change for some reason, or if that's needed, that wait period's needed, then you sort of end up having the preview of what your profile picture would look like with your bio and all this. If fleets are a thing, I feel like I feel like I should sort of like steal from Meta or Instagram the sort of like viewing what viewer used that or viewed it. I think that'd be kind of cool. Hiding the likes thing is kind of interesting, because then there was a big piece of it which was like people seeing what high profile people like and then siphoning off of that stream of like, oh, they just like this, say something underneath it, so that like, so I think that was pretty smart. I don't think people liked it at first, but and then just constantly see like user feedback of bugs and stuff and address those every single day. I don't know what else is there. Oh, I did talk about the live sketching tool and stuff, or I guess it's like an annotation tool. Yeah, ultimately make if the advertisers won't come and there's a reason, then make it so that it's just as good as CNN. Ad preference. Really hone in on on, like if somebody in real time says that they don't want to see fights or stuff like this, make sure that the timeline does not have fights on it or anything like that. Just real time, yeah. It's interesting. It's almost like a, yeah. What else? This thing's 28 minutes long. I don't know